Good morning, good morning. It is currently like 6:30 a.m. at my dorm room and it is Friday morning, so Alright, so I'm just getting ready to head off to Vienna, so please excuse my face.
Wow.
This is insane.
Adam's travel vlog.
Yes. And I checked a bucket list item off where I have a Zakatorte in Vienna, and apparently this is the birthplace of the Zakatorte. It's essentially a chocolate cake, but it's made of dark chocolate and it has some sort of filling in the middle, and it's so yummy. It's a little bit more tart, but I'm just going to meet up with my friends who got pizza and then I'm going to eat it. I'm so excited. This is what it looks like. It's a nice little filling. I think it's apricot. And then dark chocolate cake, which is super dense, and then the topping, which is kind of like hardened frosting.
Damen und Herren, wir möchten darauf hinweisen, dass das Fotografieren und Mitfilmen untersagt ist. Weiters bitten wir Sie, die Telefone auszuschalten. Herzlichen Dank.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we draw your attention to the fact that photography and filming are not permitted. Please ensure that your mobile phones are turned off. Thank you.
And it was so good. But it was a full day of just exploring around Vienna, and it was a lot of fun. And now we're just sitting in bed and watching this representation. And this is like the 80th time I've seen it, but it's such a good documentary. And if you haven't watched it, I would definitely recommend it. It's on Netflix and it's really empowering and very enlightening. I show it to like literally all of my friends, so. But it was a good day, and then tomorrow morning is a super early one because we leave Vienna at 7:45 in the morning, and yeah, it's gonna be an early day, but I'm really excited. Good morning. This is my last day here in Vienna. I'm sorry I really didn't talk too much during pretty much any of the footage that I got, but it's just been such an overwhelming experience to come here because it's so beautiful. As you can see, the sun is blazing and I'm so thankful. Just like the sun being outside just improves my mood so much, and so this experience has been so good. This whole weekend has been absolutely gorgeous weather to be out and about and taking advantage of. So we've just been exploring super hardcore. We got here in the morning on Friday, and then we had pretty much the entire afternoon to just walk around and explore. And we went to so many places, and we went clubbing afterwards, which was an interesting experience, definitely a story time for later. And then on Saturday morning we had a guided tour of an art museum, and then we had the whole day to ourselves again, so we just walked around. And we actually went to a ballet last night, which was absolutely incredible. I have such an immense amount of respect for ballet dancers because that is really tough, and you have to be such an athlete in order to be able to do that, especially as a living. And then today is Sunday. It's so gorgeous out, and we all checked out of the hotel and we just took a tour through the Schlossberg Palace, which was the Habsburg summer residence here in Vienna, and it was beautiful inside, and I wish I could have taken video, but I couldn't because it wasn't allowed. And now I'm just outside sitting in the garden and catching you guys all up on everything that happened this weekend. But we have another museum that we're going to. I have no idea what it's about or like where it is, but we're going to that after this, and then we are headed back home to Salzburg. And I'm like actually very sad to leave Vienna because it's so gorgeous. It's a lot cleaner than I was expecting because it's a huge city and it's so historical, and it's not nearly as expensive as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm just obsessed with this place, and I'm definitely gonna come back in the spring when everything is blooming, because as of right now, like sitting in the garden, it's a little bit dead, but it's still so nice to be out here. The weather is lovely. I'm literally just wearing a cardigan and a shirt and jeans and Converse, and I cannot wait to come back. This is an absolutely beautiful city, and if you have a chance to come to Austria, you should absolutely visit Vienna. It's so gorgeous, and the people are so nice, and it's just such a cool culture experience. And I also didn't really get to review the Sackertorte that I had, and it was absolutely unbelievably amazing. I had Sackertorte in Salzburg from this old bakery, and it was so good. It was a little bit more bitter, and then this Sackertorte was much more sweet. I think it's because they had more apricot jam in the middle, but it was just so good, and that was my lunch. And last night I had the kebab, and I had falafel inside of it, and it was so good. Last night was super chill. We literally just watched a documentary and went to bed early, which I was very thankful for because our checkout time this morning was 7:45 a.m. So it was an early morning, but it's overall just been like such an amazing experience here, and I really love it, and like I just want to come back already. This has probably been my favorite trip of my study abroad experience so far. And then in 2 weeks from now I have my spring break, and I have like 6 different trips planned out for that, so I'm excited to see how they compare to this and just experience all these amazing things. But to further go along with how absolutely gorgeous this weather is, it kind of reminds me of when I used to go to this place called Watertown up in New York. My family and I would go every single summer because we had a little lake house that we rented over there, and we would just walk along the road pretty much every single day, and just it felt so amazing outside, especially for upstate New York. But this is sort of what it's reminding me of because the sun is just shining, and unfortunately we don't have any flowers out right now, but it's just, that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. It reminds me of hiking in Charlotte and just wandering around through the hiking trails with my dog, and this is just like a happy place right now. And I'm so incredibly excited, and I absolutely love this weather, and it's so beautiful here, and kids are running around, and I'm just literally sitting on a park bench next to a sandbox, so just filming myself. But it's so beautiful outside, and I think that I'm definitely going to come back in the spring because I want to see this whole place just alive, and I think that would be absolutely beautiful. And it's so easy to get to Vienna from Salzburg. It's like a 4-hour bus ride, which is not bad at all. Like my bus ride to Budapest was 13 hours and I somehow made it, so I think I can handle 4 hours, and it's really not that expensive, especially if you use Flixbus and stuff. But I'm so pumped. It's such a good day, and now I have to head back to the bus so we can move on to our next museum, which I'm still not sure what it is. So I'll take you guys along with that.